Well, it is 7:36. This Sunday, a group called K9s United is having its 5th annual virtual K9 Memorial Run. That run honors America's 26 police dogs who lost their lives on the front lines last year, including K9 Barrett with the Montville Police Department and K9 Broko with the Connecticut State Police. Joining me now to talk more about that event on National Dog Day is Jay Nix, the president and founder of K9s United. Mr. Nix, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well and very happy that you're here to tell us about this memorial run. Why don't you start by just giving us the basics and, more importantly, the importance of the run?
Well, K9s United is a nonprofit that serves nationally, supporting law enforcement canine teams all over the country. It started back in 2014, where this kind of was triggered up by a dog that was killed down in our area in Florida. And since then, we have kind of taken on this responsibility of making sure that not only are these dogs honored, but they're also supported, the ones that are still out there working the streets and protecting community. And one of the ways that we do this is with this Fallen Canine Memorial One. It always falls on National Police Canine Day. And like you said, there's 26 dogs that were killed last year in a line of duty in 2023, 2 of which are Connecticut's own dogs. So we do this for 2 reasons. One, to honor these 2 dogs that are in your state, but also the other dogs that were throughout the country. The second reason we do this is it helps us continue to support the canine teams that are still out there serving their communities and doing the great work, just like the 2 dogs from Connecticut.
What do you do with those donations? How specifically do you support those canine units?
So those donations are, K9s United is 100% nonprofit. Not any person part of the team is paid. We're all volunteer based. It's also comprised of business leaders from our communities in our area, as well as some law enforcement officers. All the money goes directly back to canine teams. This money is used to support them for, a lot of it is safety equipment, heat alarms for vehicles, containment systems for the vehicles, the big nice kennels that are inside the police cars, but as well as training equipment and advanced training abilities for them. So let's say somebody calls and says, hey, my agency can't afford to send me to this advanced training or whatever. Then that's where we step up and we send them to that training. We sponsor it. We also put on training events that are free to law enforcement. I'm actually in New Orleans right now helping teach a law enforcement event. So.
Yeah, well, that was pretty extensive. That was a lot you mentioned right there. I can only imagine how much money it takes to make all that happen. Just how much do you guys need to get in every year from donations to make all that happen?
We take in as much as we can because we're all behind. We are literally always behind. It's sad and it's kind of surprising. When I started as this, it really was shocking to me, even as a 24-year veteran as a law enforcement and canine, just how short a lot of these agencies are on their budget shortfalls when it comes to being able to get some of this equipment and this training for these guys. There's people notice and recognize all the big agencies in this country. But what they don't realize is thousands and thousands of small agencies that just do not have that budget to be able to support those guys.
Well, let's try to change that. How can runners register for this run to honor K9 Barrett and K9 Broko and, like you said, support everyone else?
Absolutely. The quickest and easiest way is to go to K9sunited.org. That's K9s United.org. You can click on the events link. It'll pull up that. Registration close this Saturday, and that registration, you can still obviously partake, but the registration, the deadline is there so that you can get your run shirt. It's a limited edition K9s United shirt that specifically has the dogs that were killed in 23-3 on that shirt. But if you register by Saturday, at that close of that time, then you are guaranteed to get your shirt before the day of the run.
And I imagine that you don't need to run to support the foundation, right? You'd accept donations anytime?
Absolutely. You can make those donations at K9sunited.org as well.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Nix, thank you for taking the time to join us. Like you said, from New Orleans by way of Florida. We certainly appreciate the time you're giving us up here in Connecticut.